You bet your ass it's cooked.
All right, y'all. We are here and we got our briskets. They were wrapped in, just plastic wrap overnight and seasoned up, as you might have seen on the other video. We're doing one brisket is Texas rub, salt and pepper only. The other we're doing Avec Tous style. Lance did an Avec Tous and kosher salt rub on that. So we are doing hot and fast briskets today. And what that means is exactly what it sounds like. We're gonna cook these at a relatively high temperature, anywhere from 350 to 400 degrees throughout the cook process. And this is probably gonna take anywhere from 5 to 7 hours. Like you hear a lot of times, like a brisket cook can take like 12 to 15 hours. I love cooking briskets that way, but I also love to show people there's another way. I used to do it both ways when I ran my barbecue business, and a lot of people even preferred my hot and fast method. I know my wife does. She likes it better when I do the hot and fast. I don't know if that's because it just doesn't take as long, or if that's because she actually thinks it tastes better. The hot and fast is going to give us a really, really intense bark, which I'm a fan of. It's going to be a little crispier, and the fat is really, really going to render and caramelize, but it's really delicious. There are barbecue places in Texas that cook really hot. I've read articles with pitmasters talking about how they cook and how, low and slow is kind of this
mystical
bit topic. People do it, but that's not the only way. And so even Aaron Franklin at Franklin Barbecue, he starts his barbecue around 275, I think, and I think sometimes he even ends up around 325. So it just depends on the cook, it depends on the brisket, it depends on your cooker. But today we are really gonna rush this thing through and see how it turns out. Right now, the gauge on here is showing about 425, so I'm trying to cool it down just a little bit. I want to start this around 375, and opening this up will help with that too. So we're gonna end up rotating our brisket today, so I'm gonna start with one closer to the firebox and one further away from the firebox, and we have some tuning plates down in here too that kind of help regulate the temperature across. But we're just this is kind of our first big cook on this one, right?
Yeah, so the fun thing about this is I haven't really cooked on it. I haven't smoked on it.
Okay.
The other day I used a hot firebox, like a grill, right? And
Yeah.
just did some steaks.
Okay.
Because it works for that.
Cool.
But man, this is just a used smoker, man. It's an old, I think like mid-90s Oklahoma Joe.
Yeah, sorry, I should have mentioned that.
No, it's what's neat about it is same basic smoker as your old country.
Yeah.
With some like weird little nuanced differences.
Yeah.
That pit guys either love or dislike. Just kind of,
Yeah.
So
I'm excited to work on it. It looks
be
good
fun.
to me. So it's the differences are small between this one and the old country pit, which I have at my house in Nashville. They look pretty similar in a lot of ways. Few different design things. Both heavy duty, both seem very sturdy. So I'm excited about this. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on now.
like steak.
Doesn't this look great? I think this looks
They look
amazing.
awesome. They look amazing.
So we're gonna get a temperature probe, put it in there, keep an eye on things, and we'll update you as the cook goes. Bam! All right, so we're about 3 hours into this cook. We got these briskets on. We're doing hot and fast. We've been keeping it 350 and above pretty much the whole time. Hot and heavy. And so yeah, basically we're gonna rotate them because basically what we got one brisket, the Avec Tous brisket, is moving along pretty quick. It's about 30 degrees ahead of the salt and pepper Texas style brisket. So we're gonna rotate them because we're not getting perfectly even heat across our whole cooker here, which is no big deal. You just have to pay attention to it if you're working multiple things. But take a look. So looking really nice. We're actually getting some really nice bark. Obviously the one with getting more heat and a little hotter is getting more bark right now. So we're just gonna move this one over. We're gonna switch spots. I'm gonna move this one back that way, move that one forward, and that'll be it. So just take this probe out. Also, you don't want to use tongs. You don't want to damage the bark. You just use a towel.
You ruin all our hard work.
Exactly. And move that one forward. The Texas salt and pepper one, just straight back.
Ooh.
That'll be nice.
So
right
yeah, so
there.
I noticed they're staggered in the opposite direction now,
Yep.
which is good.
Yep. So yeah, we're gonna keep letting these go. I'm gonna probe the one at the back here because I want to keep an eye on that. That's the one that was further back in temperature, and we're gonna see how it goes from here. I'm gonna wrap them at some point, but we might even wrap post cook. We might not even wrap during the cook.
Yeah.
The wrap might just be for resting, in which we're gonna throw them in a cooler and just let them chill for 3 or 4 hours. And just get delicious. But until then, you know, just let them keep cooking. Keep an eye on your temp. I'm looking to take these to about 206 degrees, so internal temp. So that's what we're gonna keep an eye on, and that's when they'll be ready to pull. If they stall, if I get up to like 190, 195, and they're just not moving, that's when I'll look at wrapping them. If I was doing a slower cook, not like a hot and fast, I would wrap maybe around 175, 180, because they would have been in the cooker for maybe 8 hours at that point. So bark is going to be there. So
The bark, I mean, it's already starting to do.
oh yeah, we got a good bark, and it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna
Especially
be a
that one where
crispier.
it was right near the.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crispier bark. So, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That
All
looks
right.
amazing.
Gladys is ready to eat.
Was amazing. Good. So, our first brisket is done. The Avec Tous one.
Yep.
We started it on the hotter side, so it's getting done a little quicker. The other one is not far behind. The other one, we got about 4 degrees to go. When I'm probing these, I can tell when I'm sticking that probe in to check them.
Yeah.
I can start to feel it. It's like butter.
Yep.
It
Left
starts,
resistance.
yeah, just like very nice. And the bark is great. We never ended up wrapping these. And let's see, these went on at about 8:45, so we're 5 hours and 45 minutes into our cook. The Avec Tous one probably got done about 15 minutes ago, but it's on the cooler side. We will just kind of hold fast there.
Like jelly.
Look at that. See that?
Look at that wig.
I'll come show people
Your
here.
mom that fix it for you, bud.
So there, we have a beautiful, amazing, see that jiggle? That's what we're looking for. So we're gonna wrap it and rest it, okay? So here's how we wrap. I got some butcher paper. That pink butcher paper stuff is super popular to use. I like it too, it looks cool. Regular old white butcher paper will work too. So I got 2 sheets of it. I think these are like 15 inches wide or something. You can get a bigger one that's longer if you have space.
Yep.
But if you're at home, maybe just get a shorter one and pull off 2 sheets.
Yep.
So we're gonna wrap tight. Thank you.
Good.
Pull that up there. And we'll start coming around. Just want to get it real tight. All right.
Yep.
And we're gonna flip, cut. Put it all in nice and tight. Just like that. And then, Lance, if you don't mind opening our cooler.
Yep.
We got an igloo cooler here. We're gonna put it in there. These babies are just gonna rest in there for 4 hours. I dumped some hot water in there to preheat it. These are gonna be so good, I can't even believe it. They're gonna rest in here for 3 to 4 hours. You could just rest them for like 2, and they'd be ready to go. The longer we let that rest, the better
The more
this is gonna be.
ridiculous it gets.
It's gonna get more ridiculous. They might have a 12-hour cook, and then they might pull it off at 2 a.m. and it's gonna rest until service at 11.
Yeah.
So
And that gives them flexibility with
exactly.
getting shit done.
Yeah, they use technology to their advantage. Now, the way I just did it, and one of my favorite barbecue people in Texas is this guy, John Mueller.
Yeah.
And he's kind of a wild card, like always goes out of business. I think he was alcoholic at one point, or still is, however that works.
Little on the edge.
Like he was working for his sister at Wild Barbecue. He helped her start Wild Barbecue, which is a very famous barbecue place. He was like her pit master. She fired him, but they come from a real famous barbecue family. Louis Mueller Barbecue is in Taylor, Texas, I think.
Okay.
Is that from Friday Night Lights? No, that's Coach Taylor. No, so Taylor, Texas. right outside of Austin, Louis Mueller Barbecue.
Yeah.
All of his children are in the barbecue business.
That's
So
funny.
his oldest son took over Louis Mueller.
Yeah.
His daughter started La Barbecue, which is supposed to be incredible. They have kind of a Tex-Mex spin on a few things.
Yeah.
They do tacos and stuff.
Yeah.
And then John Mueller is this kind of black sheep, just fuck up in a way. But everybody, a lot of people in Texas, the way they talk about him is they think he's the best cook there is.
Yeah.
But he just can't hold his shit together. So
But
I don't know
his
what.
shit's good.
Yeah, I've had his shit and it was good. He cooks hot and fast. I've read interviews with him, and he puts his briskets on at like 3:34 in the morning and has them ready for lunch. And I've had those briskets and it was incredible.
good.
Yeah, so that's what we did here, and
You're humming along at 203.
yeah.
What you been trying to keep that temperature at the whole
Well,
time?
and so
In
we're
the
learning.
range.
We're learning about your pit.
Yep.
And as we were talking before, and I still need to do this on my pit,
Yep.
we need to mod it. We want a temperature gauge.
A lower gauge.
We want temperature gauges down near the grill
Where
grate,
the meat is.
where the meat is.
Yep.
That's nice to have, and it's in the way yours is set up. Your
Chimney's higher.
your smokestack and airflow is going up higher. So it'd be good if you were able to mod it and you could get it down lower. Mine's down lower, and that way you just have an airflow coming all the way across the grill grate. But still, it'd be good to know the temperature. I know for sure, based on the cooking we did, that this side is significantly cooler than this side.
Yeah,
Even
at one
with-
point this one was at your first alarm around 65, and that one was.
This one was
like
30
20
degrees behind. When this one got to like 190, this one was at 150. So significantly cooler. You do have got these like the steel tuning plates
Yeah, we've got
over
some
here
plates in there, but
to try to regulate.
we keep tweaking it.
So there's work to be done there, but as long as you just pay attention and you're aware of what's going on, and especially with briskets, I was telling them on the pork video, I don't temp my pork, I just do it all by
Right,
feel.
right.
Wait for, look at it, feel it,
Yeah,
wait
how
for the
does it
bone.
feel? Put your finger in.
Same thing on ribs and brisket. I want to know the temp.
And you're looking for.
I take my briskets to about 206 degrees.
We're at 203 right now.
Even then, I'm still looking for feel. I want to make sure it feels good.
Yeah, it feels good and looks
Yeah.
good.
Temp doesn't tell the whole story. So if you don't know what you're going for, that it's going to be hard to make good barbecue.
It's like we said with the AZ
Yes, exactly.
cook with feel.
Yes, totally. So we're almost done. I predict that our entire cook is going to be less than a 6-hour cook, which is incredible.
And it's funny, like you could. There's that margin for error. Like
Yeah.
if you pulled it now.
I could pull it. I pulled
and
brisket-
wrapped it. You'd be okay.
I pulled briskets at 203.
But since we're in the spirit of doing it right.
Yeah. If I'd been cooking this for 12 hours, I'd probably do a 203 pull.
Yeah.
I just want to take it a little bit further, just to carry a little more heat into my cooler.
Yep.
Because it's still cooking in here.
Oh God, yeah.
It's still cooking, but it's cooking and resting and going down in temperature.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it in the camera. This thing was preheated to the point where when we opened it, it's still steaming.
steaming, yeah. So
it's 170, 180
Yeah.
degrees inside.
now that's another thing I would say about if you're doing a long cook. When I'm doing a long cook,
Yeah.
I'll take them out and rest them on the table for 30 minutes to an hour because I don't want them to keep cooking at all.
Totally. You gotta know where you're at with it.
Exactly. And even then, if it's 100 degrees outside in the summer, you got to be careful about that too.
Yeah.
So maybe take them inside. We want to slow that down, and then we want to get them to a holding temperature of 145 to 160 degrees, like you would for restaurant service. So, I'm very excited about this. Your Avec 2 brisket looks very good. I was
color's
curious.
different, right?
It's a little different. I was curious how the bark would play out. If it would be a little more red, but it's got a very dark,
It's dark.
beautiful bark.
It gets
So,
dark and then that little bit of sugar, a little tiny bit of coconut
Yes.
sugar. So a traditional, the barbecue rubs are more sugar than salt. So if you go and buy a commercial rub like in town at Rouse's, it's
Yeah.
a barbecue rub, old name names,
Yeah.
but they're kind of all the same. Mostly sugar, like sugar and then salt.
Okay.
Ours is there's more salt than sugar, but there's a little bit of sugar.
It's just a little bit of sugar,
Not that
and
much.
we have less salt than those
Yeah, if
people
you get a
too.
whole bottle, I think you get 5 grams.
Of sugar. Okay. If you eat a whole bottle of spice, you get 5 grams of sugar.
So it's not a lot. But anyway, I think all that kind of helps make that bark sexy.
Nice.
Okay, bud.
Great work. All right. I'll pull this one and wrap it, and then we're gonna chill out. I'm gonna make
You wanna wrap it? You want to wait a minute?
I'm gonna wait. We're gonna pull these out. I'm gonna pull out both of them so we can observe and look at them and talk about them real quick before we flash them. Move this one over here. So here is our Texas brisket. Look at that. Good God. See that? Jiggling.
That's some good looking meat you got, man.
It's jiggling.
It is jiggling.
We got that one. We're gonna slice that one up first, but then take a look at this one. This is the Avec Tous one. Great. That just looks great.
That looks amazing.
Yep, that looks amazing.
Well, look. Twist it like that. For the angle, for the color.
Yep.
Yeah, like that. That's like, oh, that looks good.
Some good looking meat. Mmm.
Thanks.
Spank that.
Okay. Pull this off over here.
Good God.
Pull my brisket over. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what I like to do here. First of all, one of my favorite cuts is what they call a first cut. And it's right off of here. And since me and you worked on this,
Can we get the first cut?
we're gonna share it. So you wanna start kind of at your point over here, and you're gonna kind of go diagonal and turn as you go. So you're gonna start to stay with the grain here. You're going against the grain. There's our first cut. I'll split it, my man. Right there, first cut. Isn't that just about the damn best thing you ever tasted?
Damn it.
That's good.
That's really good.
So, show you how to slice. Hold on, we got craziness going. I'm gonna show you how to slice.
Let me see how to slice this meat.
Well, we'll give you a little taste.
Right there, about 1/4 inch slices.
You don't know how to eat,
Go
you don't know
check
how,
that.
you don't know how to eat brisket, do you? Hang on, Midas, stay close. I want to see if you can taste it. Is it good? You've been needing that brisket.
That's the best brisket I've ever had.
So this is all the lean. I'm actually a big fan of lean. I think if you do lean right, it's very delicious.
Yeah, but look at that fat cap on top. Can I eat that?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like butter.
Let me slide that meat on in here. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is.
There we go. So this is a hot and fast
Holy
cook.
fuck.
Put that parental advisory on.
It's
I love it.
All of our channels are explicit.
Love it. All right, let's look at this is the decal up here. Yep, we're cutting it off. This is my favorite part of the brisket.
What is it?
It's called the decal,
Oh, is that name?
fat cap.
It's all fat.
A lot of fat.
Mama, you can have it.
Squeeze.
Ooh. I need more meat.
Hold on, I'm about to give you all the best part of this whole animal.
No, it's not.
There you go, Leonidas.
Oh,
Try
like
that.
that's the piece I wanted.
Here,
It's melting in my mouth.
there you go.
Look at that.
This
I got
is
the
this is
doctor.
perfection.
Why is beef so good? It's the best meat there is. Except for I love pork, but beef's the best meat. Steak.
Lance,
Thank you, cow.
Cassie.
Yeah.
I think the Beagles might have a squirrel treat over there.
Honestly, it's not fair how good it is. This is the. It's made with our spice, so what do you expect?
Not this one.
Nope. This is just
Not
the black
this
and
one.
pepper.
All right, so this is the lean part. This is your fatty part. I'm not going to slice this all up right now because we're going to waste it, but I want to show y'all some fatty slices. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this right there. We'll set that aside.
Oh.
All right,
Oh, I see
then we're
that
gonna come-
trickling. Look at all those meat juices
let's slice off some fatty.
in my mouth.
Jesus.
You
hear that- you hear that bark?
That's that hot and fast bark.
Oh my god. Yeah, but are you making a sandwich with this?
We can,
I'm
yeah.
eating a sandwich. I want a sandwich of what chicken.
Yeah, we're going to make a sandwich. So let's try some of this fatty here. Oh my God.
Look, I'll have that.
There you go, Leon.
Oh God. I'll have more of that.
Hot. You can have it.
Hold it under the baby about.
Try it.
No, but I actually want it.
It's actually.
I don't want it.
Hey, can somebody run and get a sheet pan real quick?
Yeah,
This
put
is like
into your mouth.
absolutely
I'm
incredible.
taking this piece. I love this piece.
Yeah, that's a good piece right
That's the best. That's the best brisket in the state right there.
No doubt.
No doubt.
This was a
Doubt
5.5 hour cook.
Goated him too?
5.5 hour cook. We did have a.
Just don't rock the table, man.
We had a long rest. We had about a 4-hour rest.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, 2 hours, this would have been good. So,
Like,
don't worry, guys. We'll keep cutting some up. But I want to get this. I want to see what the Avec Tous brisket tastes like. It's not going to be bad.
we'll have to throw it all away.
Definitely not going to be bad. There we go. That's great. That was my favorite way to eat brisket, just that salt and pepper. That was a 2-part pepper, 1-part salt rub. Heavy on the pepper. In my opinion, it's perfectly seasoned. That's what I want.
Yeah. The salt and pepper, the
That
level.
bark feels amazing.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
That looks good too.
so here's our Avec Tous
More
brisket.
dark. It looks way darker.
Yep. Well, because the Avec Tous has sugar in it. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you wanted to get. All right.
We're gonna quiz him.
Let's see if he could guess what.
Now tell us why though.
Too late now.
I'm sorry.
Sugar.
Don't be sorry. Sugar.
All right, we got
Oh,
another.
look at
What
that.
happens with sugar? What does it do when it gets warm?
You remember it?
No.
Caramelized.
Caramelizes.
All right.
You want to stop it before it burns.
You want some of the first cut, Leo? There's the first
Christy,
cut.
come get one of these. I ate one already.
Oh, I want to try it with Avec Tous.
Christy, get that.
Here, Magdalene.
Can I have this plate? You want to share with me? No, you have this and I'm going to have another one.
No, I already had a bite. You got a big one.
That is excellent.
It's very fucking good.
It's excellent.
I don't know if I can compare the two because they're different.
Very different. The Avec Tous brisket is very tasty.
Yeah.
Lance, sure.
Let me get a little- let me
I'm
get a
not.
little nug.
I'm definitely not mad about it.
Here's the thing. I would say, just for me, like it doesn't taste like brisket barbecue
Yeah.
as much. Like this,
That's
it's
barbecue.
just, it's like you taste the beef.
You taste it's beefy,
Oh,
This is delicious.
but
It's
it's
a different
that
It's a different delicious. It's absolutely delicious. It's a little saltier, which is
Yes.
Oh, I don't think it's saltier. You
It
did?
Yeah, I
is
think it's a little
saltier.
saltier.
Yeah. Maybe a little.
Well, the piece I have maybe wasn't.
I did add. I mean, you know, we did it with kosher, a little bit of kosher, and then Avec Tous.
Oh.
Which I
I'll have
like.
to want some of these little crumblies.
That's wonderful.
Mm.
Falling apart a little bit on the bottom.
On the very
because of
bottom.
The
Yeah,
hot
but
cook.
put that on
The
a
bark?
sandwich.
It's fine.
Remember that too, like stayed a good bit longer in that hot spot.
Yep.
I think in the early part of
Yep.
the cook.
Let's go ahead and try
Oh my god, the fat.
it up here.
The fat has a different flavor.
Yeah, for sure, because
God.
it's that
It's
sugar.
yeah, it's
Has
amazing.
sugar added to it.
It's the fat is amazing just by itself. Can you just smoke the fat pieces for me next time?
We'll see how this one. Yeah, get you some of that.
Cut that in half.
Oh my god.
Here, babe.
I don't know what you are. I'm gonna eat you too.
The verdict is, you like the Avec Tous one better? Oh,
I feel like Avec Tous on bark is like cheating because of that little bit of sugar.
sure.
I like, but Jesus, I just want butter.
I appreciate the purity
Yeah.
of the Texas one. It's still my preference.
Yep.
This is very, very good. And so if you like to fuck around with different seasonings and flavors, and here's the thing. I see a lot of people when they make barbecue, like brisket, they're putting all sorts of shit on there.
Oh, like
And I'm just like, all you
Sometimes
need
too
is salt and
much.
pepper. Yeah, sometimes it's too much. Some chipotle rub or who God knows what. Avec Tous is quite delicious. So, this is great.
It's all pink and just like,
Perfect.
it's actually retarded
yeah, it's kind of not fair.
how good it is.
Isn't it a shame that my barbecue business failed?
But we're getting back in there,
I
dude.
think it is.
I think we're going back.
No.
Nah, no, in a different way. Trust me. In a totally different way.